Hi guys, I've got a radio to show you today in the form of the WLN KD-C1, which is in this little box here. It's a 16 channel 400 to 470 UHF two-way radio. It's like a little slimline, one of these little slimline ones that you get off eBay and other shops. This one cost me about 15 quid, so not a lot at all really. So we're going to look what's in the box. We'll show it working, and yeah, just show you the radio in general. Really, nothing really special about it, but it works okay for the price. So I thought I'd show you guys. So this is a little box it comes in. It took about a week to arrive from China, which isn't bad at all, really. So inside here we've got the, take that out. You've got the radio there, it's in plastic. You've got a little charging base to plug it into to charge the battery, and also you can charge a spare battery in the back there. And this runs off micro USB, which is pretty handy. So you could charge it off a laptop or off a power bank, or off the mains with the plug that's included. You got the little plug there. Inside, 2-pin plug, so you'll need one of these adapters, which comes with it. Some other stuff in there. A little belt clip holster thing, which is quite handy. So you clip that on your belt, and the radio slots into there. It's held in by that clip at the top. And a user's manual. So what does this say? 16 channel. I love what they put on these. Super receive. Christ knows what that means. Strong anti-interference. I doubt that. The cable copy. Signal prompt. Scanning. It does scan. Sound. It has sound. That's the whole idea of a two-way radio. And dust proof. Probably say it's dust proof to a degree, but no more than any other of these cheap radios. So look inside. It's got the antenna on the top, the volume knob, charger light, speaker, microphone, signal light, all sorts of other bits and pieces here. And then what you get in the box, which is already covered. So the package, the battery, charger, radio body, the charging dock, and the belt clip. The battery is not charged in the factory. Please charge before initial use or after long time storage. My battery actually came fully charged, so I don't know what that means. Yeah, so that's the manual. But if you need a manual for these cheap radios, you're in the wrong the wrong hobby. So let's show all that out of the way. And here's the radio. So it's as you can see, it's a really slimline. Really slimline design. I like the style on it. They do this in black as well, and it's a copy of that little Hytera DMR radios with this stubby antenna, similar shape. So yeah, it looks like they've copied the injection mouldings and put a little radio in there. But as I say, it does look the part. It looks unusual. Obviously very different than your Bofeng radios and other sorts of radios. So yeah, I think the white as well sets it off. I wasn't keen at first, but I do like it. So you've got the battery compartment on the back there. This just like clips on and off like that. Now it's not loose. There is a little bit of a gap around the side, as you can see, but it isn't loose. But I think if you were to drop this, it would come off, or I think over time them little pins there are going to wear away that go into them holes. So yeah, I'm not sure I like that. I'd much prefer one that goes on and then slides, like slides down and clips into place. But hey ho. So this is the battery inside, and there you go. It's like a little Nokia battery, 3.7 volt, 1500 milliamp hour battery. The model is the KB5C, and these are on the internet for about 8 quid replacement batteries. The radio only costs about 13. So yeah. Warning: do strong impact. Do not heat and close to the fire. You've got to love this Chinglish, haven't you? So yeah, so the battery just clips in there. I'll show you that inside the radio. Got some information there. Less than 5 watts. Actually 2 watts output power, and it's
made by Quanzu Kelly Electronics Co Limited. Obligatory barcode inside, and the model number and stuff. So yeah. So as I say, the battery just clips inside like that, just presses into place, and the back cover then just slides on. Well, just clips into place like that. So you've got the PTT. You've got your up and down channel switch. So usually with these 16 channel radios, you have a channel selector on the top, but that's just your volume and on off. That there is your up and down channel, and it calls out the channel number, which is quite handy, so you know which channel you're on, because obviously you wouldn't know. If you hold that down, it scans through your channels. If you hold that down, it opens a squelch. On the side here, you've got a micro USB charging point, so for charging up from a USB cable. And also you've got a speaker mic jack there, which takes a standard Baofeng style plugs. So that's the radio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this video up, and then I'll show you how to program this. Dead easy. I don't think I've ever programmed a radio so easy in my life. The software worked first time, the cable worked first time. Yeah, just an absolute pleasure, for want of a better word, to program this. No issues at all. So
power on 16.
So you switch it on like that, and it tells you what channel you're on.
Morning, Jersey, 50 Foxtrot, 70 on the owner, 05 left.
Jersey 50 Foxtrot, Manchester Tower, good morning. Continue approach wind 330 degrees, 9 knots. Heavy traffic to depart ahead.
1.
So that's Manchester Airport there, the UHF relay. And yeah, it works okay. I'm about 6 or 7 miles from the airport itself here, I think, and we're obviously downstairs in the house with a short antenna. But this does work well. I managed to get yesterday. I went up to my local hill and managed to access quite clearly GB3 Lima Lima, which is in Llandudno, 75 miles away from where I was. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with it. It does work pretty well. I was quite dubious of this little antenna. Obviously not removable or anything, so you can't put an aftermarket antenna on, but yeah, it does work okay. I got this just for short range communications. It hits the local repeaters. M3HHY test. Oh, actually.
2. 1.
I forget which repeater I've put in now, hang on.
3.
Yeah, in fact, I don't think I've put repeaters in there now. So yeah, so it does work well. I've got 70 centimeter simplex in the front of here, so yeah, but it does work in repeaters pretty well. And that's all I got it for, just to try it out. So yeah, nice little radio for 15 quid. It does do the trick. Receive audio is pretty good. Transmit audio is pretty good as well. For the price. One thing I did find, I was on the local hill, and there's a couple of VHF transmitters up there, and they did overload the front end of this. They interfered really bad, which you'll see in another video I've got coming on this radio. Now I know Baofengs are sensitive on the front end, and they are easily overloaded, but this was a lot worse. So my UV5R and UV82 that I had with me weren't really picking anything up, but this was swamped with interference. So that is a little bit of a downside to it, but like I say, for short range communications, it's handy. It's just throw in your back pocket for, if you're away or out and about. It's a really good radio. So yeah, so we'll wrap this up. I'll show you how to program it, and then I'll show you a video of it working and opening some of the repeaters around the northwest, and give you an idea of what sort of range to expect from a hill. Down in the built-up area, there's not going to be the range isn't going to be fantastic, as you'd expect, because of buildings, trees in the way, cars, all sorts of stuff in the way. So usual range, you're probably going to get 3/4 of a mile to a mile in the built-up area in this, but open space, just as good as any other cheap handheld. So yeah, so we'll move on to the programming. Cheers.